Oh, hello everybody. Welcome back to another week and episode of The War for Wildemount. Alright, we're starting a little later tonight. There's a miscomplication and also I was late as well. But we are here and we are back for another adventure. And well, to continue our adventures. So, we begin with our heroes that have fought a coven of hags, making their way through the jungle and figuring out what was causing some dark energy to spread across the islands. And as soon as you all had figured it out and pulled the sword out from the ground, the strange object that you had found in the hag's hut, losing two of the crew members, you all make your way back to the Ishwood to make your escape. As you all continued trekking through the ocean, making your way through strange seaweed waters and such, the fog continuing. After you all were engulfed by the fog, and once it subsided, it had revealed that you were all in someplace else. Someplace where the waters are churning, and there seems to be strange colors of lightning and rocks floating in the sky. As you looked upon this desolate, torn landscape that was just charred and dark, with dark black mountains that casted a shadows about, with dark looming clouds all around you all. You guys have probably figured you are not a safe place. And with that, you all tried to get some rest and sleep and also dream. So, with that, we will begin there. At this time, there'd be, I know everybody didn't want to sleep right away. Like there was going to be one or two people about on the ship.
Yeah, we wanted to have watches going.
We can go.
Where we are.
We can go ahead and decide that real quick, and then whoever's in the bunks will go ahead.
I will take. Lesia will take the traditional second slot for her. Second watch.
I'll take the third.
I'll go third with Dominicus.
All right.
The captain will be up for about half of that, and then he'll go to sleep in the third watch. And
let me get the boat.
He'll want to rely on one of you all who are keeping watch, somebody to take the helm as well. So if I don't know if like who would want to be, I guess we can also decide as well if anybody like who would be interested on like learning, and they can like I guess spend a little bit of time with ceremonies. Who wants to do it?
Marcus.
All right.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, I'm fine. It sounds like it.
There can be more than one person too, so you guys don't have to rely on too many people.
Yeah, I'll take one as well. I'll take a point in it.
All right. So for like the times that you guys are up and he is awake, he will work on training you all. And then that will also, if you guys continue learning lessons or learning things from him as well, then you guys have the chance of becoming proficient in the knack of sailing.
Okay.
Reason why
Have you ever captained one before? Like driven a ship, or you just worked on one? Maybe you just worked on it. Still, you know, foot the door.
Okay.
So our watches just stay the same. We're just saying like during the off time, Darmenicus and Marcus are getting lessons or whatever, like how to captain a ship and stuff from certain
Yeah.
areas.
Mhm.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
All right. I forget what you're not going on any watch right now, Dominicus?
I'm the third one
Yeah, third
Alright.
watch with
with
Amari.
Amari.
Who wants to go with the first? We need 2 people on the first watch. Okay.
I'm on second.
Okay, so we're
What about
Noel
New?
and Maya. Which one they want.
Maybe
Let's see.
You can go first with Marcus or second with Leslie.
I think I'll go second because no one was already trying to take a nap during the first.
Okay.
There.
And then Maya will be first, I guess.
Unless Mayette has a problem with that.
Mayette?
She seems extremely tired. She'll look over and yes.
That's exactly like her.
She'll take. Which watch do you guys need her in? She can
You know what? So let her have easy time. She can take Lycia. I'll take first watch with Marcus.
Fine with me.
all right. I'll see you all later.
Yes. I'm about to fall out on top of the deck. I'll catch you guys in a bit.
It's gonna be a long fucking day.
I think it's going to be a long few weeks at least.
Don't. All right. He goes down.
Which wood travels fast. You guys are you'd be surprised at the distance. I'd have to say, hold on. Crap, I should have done that earlier. I was trying to ask myself exactly how far it is from where you are to the point that you're trying to get to.
I believe we're trying to get around the Ashkeeper Peaks. That's my best guess.
We're basically traveling along the south end.
Well, we have to travel along the number range, and then we have to go past this. There's like two peaks we have to pass. It's not just the Ashkeeper Peaks. There's another mountain range that's split off of it that I can't remember the name of. But there's like 3 mountain passes that we have to go by. And that's just me speaking meta, like based off the map. So Amari doesn't know that. He just knows that we're far away from home.
We're on toward the eastern-ish.
Yeah.
we haven't figured out exactly
We have a good idea.
You know the area, but
I know
pinpoint,
kind
no.
of.
Not the exact
Pinpoint,
location.
no, absolutely. I know that we're near the Penumbra Range, which is on the far eastern side of Jaraz, which is we're basically between like we're in between Wildemount and then that continent Isilray, I believe. We're in that ocean in between those two. We just have to go south along the ridge. It's going to take a while.
And we could theoretically be on like toward the southern end of
Well, we
that.
could be, yeah. We could be like
We don't
sort of
really
close to
know
that.
where exactly. We have a rough idea, but no
Rough idea. Rough idea, yeah.
no exacts.
Blightshore.
We'll get
Yes.
we'll figure it out after some time. I think we just have to start charts and stuff.
So, I know the amount of days now. Not too long. And not as long as you guys would think. No, you travel faster on boat than you think. It's weird.
That mountain range I'm talking about, by the way, is there's like some big ass ravine as well. But the end of the Ashkeeper Peaks gives away to Nickel Drivers. So once we see the Ashkeeper Peaks, we'll know we're almost there.
Hey.
So yeah, taking watches. It's all been set.
All right.
Yes.
Now, with Marcus on the first, and that's it. That's it. Who's on the? That's it. No, you're first
I'm
as
with
well?
him. Yeah.
Okay. Not yet. She goes down, and the two of you, while you're there, go ahead and make a perception roll. But while you guys are on the top deck, the waters around here seem darker, like this dark blue, almost kind of black at times, where you can just see this abyssal nothingness. And with the clouds going about and these strange spirals in this ocean that kind of pull the waters and make the waves kind of lop the ship a little bit off to one side and another. The ride is not as smooth as it was. You can feel that the landscape about is just violent and rapid as well. With that, you all look out, and within the top of the both of you are able to see kind of like the closest spiral that you are near is about like 200 feet away, and it curls up and it has some floating islands above, and you see giant, like, from it looks far away, and from where you are they seem pretty big. And Marcus, you clearly can see the form, and Nahon, you can only kind of see the strange silhouette of wings on kind of like these odd, very angular bodies with like kind of like small faces and small torsos, but then just kind of like oily black all the way around them.
Do they seem to be
Marcus.
people moving, or?
They seem to be almost humanoid and monstrous, like bestial at the same. Marcus, you recognize them to be some form of a harpy.
On top of the.
There's like a bunch of them, probably about 30 to 25 of them just floating around.
That known.
See something. Arpi?
Yes.
What is that? Oh. Well, suppose we not call attention to ourselves. It's best.
Even the sea is.
It's very dark. Strange. You ever been here? Suppose we do.
Gereint.
Then give the who.
34. Oh, going on.
Well, I cannot stop you, but I prefer focus on survival. But if you wish. No.
Still see the.
Yeah.
Not too different from yours, but different all the same. I do wonder. But not curious enough to know. Yeah. What do you think would help? Yeah, exactly. Perhaps then, yeah. But for now, not go out far away. If it's as you say, then anything can kill us here.
Captain.
Yes.
Have a spyglass on you.
Indeed.
I borrow it.
You have to come up here.
Go ahead, I'll watch.
He pulls it from his inside pouch of his jacket, hands it over to you. Need it back, though.
Well. Takes it out and scan.
Go ahead and make a perception roll.
For Marcus's sake.
Yeah.
You start scanning the shoreline. You look around, and then you see this. When you first see it, you almost kind of like had to kind of blink, and then you look out away from the spyglass, and you don't see anything. Or you see the strange kind of worm-like creature moving out from the shoreline, moving in and out of the top of the earth, going back in, and then jumping back out and then in, kind of swimming. And when you look with the spyglass, it seems to be a quite large monstrosity as it just tears through the earth. This creature just has kind of like writhing muscle all the way around it. It seems to be just never ending long, too, when it pops in and out of the earth. You can still see parts of its body sticking up from a hole before as it moves through these tunnels that it's burrowing.
I'll look that way.
Make a perception check. You see it, but you also see more details now. When you look through the spyglass, it kind of focuses in for a second. You see entangled within the front of it, at one point, was a larger creature with large muscles and these big hands that tried to grab onto itself, but these external appendages that the worm has is holding onto it, and it makes it just look so tiny within itself, and then it enters the earth, and when it pops back out, it comes back up with nothing.
So it's kind of like a sandworm kind of thing, except on the ground.
Yeah, and within like the earth and rock and this dark, like kind of like volcanic ground.
Seems it just found prey. Maybe. Just kind of passes it over Marcus. Yeah, let us not go there. Kind of like with the half grin. Sheepish grin. Yeah. Safe here. Mostly.
Get the insect.
Sure. Knock yourself out. I watch you back.
Marcus is really aware.
Ah, Tin Man.
I think so.
Where is it?
Come, I wish to show you the helm.
All right. Yes. Have fun.
Right. Yes, Captain.
He just lets go of the helm, like kind of gestures you to take his place.
Looks at looks like
Yes, you have to make sure the Ishwood likes you as well. She can be finicky.
I was supposed to learn.
Don't wrap her up. And he walks over and kind of leans up against the post. Just keep going like that. Also, and he kind of starts giving you some tips on directions of kind of like going towards waves and such that helped guide this ship. But for the most part, I just need you to keep us from going from danger. You must have a keen eye, right?
Yes. When he looks for, he has this big feeling the wind.
And kind of like you feel the wind, and then this bright light it just flashes across the sky. As it was lightning that turned blue, but then into red and purple, as it just like scattered about. And it also caused that light to kind of echo around.
No one kind of jumps and kind of looks up to see the echoes of it.
Just lightning.
All right. Kind of looks up at it for a second.
Marcus
Looks
is
away.
smiling huge right
Hmm.
feeling the issue.
He looks away and tries to see a couple more things with the spyglass, but not trying as hard as Marcus, more so just to gain some kind of knowledge about the things of the land. Kind of insight.
All right.
But yeah, that's about it for me.
Then your watch begins to close after a bit as you guys begin to get a little tired and peckish.
Civilonis is still with us, yeah?
Yes.
Nah, he should train Marcus. Hey, I think time is for second watch. Yeah,
Really enjoying this. Right.
having fun.
Amazing.
Feels free.
Really feels.
It's because she is alive, you dingbat. I say this all the time.
World is crazy. We all look crazy. It's not a bad thing.
He lets go of the helm. Right, the helm goes cap.
Gives a nod. And takes back control of the ship as it just continues sailing.
Of the others.
And then, now imagine that, but with your own body. Free, just run across the sands or the rooftops, or is what I like about it. He kind of has this smile, kind of like he's a bit excited.
Yeah, and Marcus has a is
He's a lot to learn. New life now.
no. Remember what?
You do. You remember, right.
Something. Please exit,
Perhaps. No, it's just. Well, I am very familiar with things like that. Emotion. You, by exploring it, examine, you can find a way to control it instead of it control you.
Younger.
By learn how you can how it happened. You can make it weapon or perhaps shield, or maybe just live with it. His choice, always choice.
I hope this is.
Me too. I think Marilyn is with magical effect, not normal. I felt it too. There is word in translation is spite, I suppose. I hate those hags, but they are dead now, and I am alive. Yeah, all that matters. With every stab I make into them, I set the best behind me. But it's supposed to be.
No, I wasn't.
Right. Maybe I don't know. Not something I understand. Second again, freedom, I love every second of it. I do. He's
I do.
that is difficult, yes. Is why I used to live alone. A thief. But thief was not fun. Just job. Same as go out and sell bread in the morning. No, he's the same as that. He's like job.
I would like
Just-
to see you sell bread.
I. Well, maybe I'll tell you one day how I do it. For what? I try. But
Never.
protect. Well, perhaps we should. Well, you were trained by him. Was not offending you do was aggression. Yeah.
Your clap.
He smiles. Like there's that kind of moment where he was about to move on, and he didn't expect the clap on the shoulder, and he stopped. But then he kind of looked over his shoulder and smiled at you. Yeah. All right. And lead the way downstairs. Let me see. It was Lycia and yeah. And yeah. And I'll go to Lycia and just tap tap.
Yeah. Hands in front. Yet. We go.
You begin to poke Miette, and she's non-responsive. She just
I'm up.
doesn't move.
Oh no, it's steps back because of the space. Hmm?
She might be in the vision again.
Dreams.
More
Oh.
recently.
Yeah.
We won't be able to wake her if she is.
You guys look at her. She seems to be breathing a little heavier, and her eyes are shifting while they're closed.
Again. He seems a little concerned. And he just kind of shrugs. Oh well, let us hope she not throw eyes on ship again.
I was going to ask if one of you could keep an eye on her, but you need to sleep.
I can do that until I do. Well, I can try.
Try to keep her from drawing on the walls.
Or hurting herself.
Or
That she did that before. It's fine. I'm not happened before, but
I look around. Is Merla around at all?
You look, and she's not.
I'm gonna try something. Merla? Open. Just spontaneously appear.
No, she doesn't seem to appear once you call.
It was worth a shot.
yeah.
I will do the watch on my own.
You can answer that, yeah. A dumb question.
You need anything?
I will. She says that she heads back upstairs.
You reach, and you almost kind of fall over for a second as the ship gets hit with the big wave, and you all kind of feel the shift go as well.
I'm definitely staying toward the middle of the boat. Like I did on the last boat we got on and the one before that. I've seen you guys go overboard. Not me. Not me.
I went over both times.
Well, that's what happens when you stand next to the edge of a boat.
Yeah.
I didn't go overboard. The boat just fell out from underneath me. So
Yeah.
True. But Marcus, he was on the edge.
went underboard.
Anyway, yes, my watch. By myself.
Right.
Perception.
You make your way up. Yep. Roll a perception. As you see Silverlonius just kind of give a little wave. So he goes back to sailing on.
17, not bad.
You look. You begin again to see another cluster of floating islands, not being held by this twist or kind of like turning of winding of wind and kind of like magical turbulence almost. They seem to just kind of like just float across and carry themselves away. But within that, you do see this strange, like kind of like black silhouetted creature that seems to have this strange smoke kind of rise up from within it.
What does the silhouette kind of look like? Does it have
Looks-
wings?
It has wings.
Roughly dragon-shaped, perhaps?
Say with a 17, you are able to see it is more a hybrid of dragon and bat. It is still far away, probably about 250 feet away and very high up in the air. But you see it just kind of look down upon the ocean.
Okay. I get my crossbow out, and I'm having it ready just in case. I'm not going to aim it at it or anything, but I'm definitely going to keep focused on that creature, whatever it is.
You keep watching it as it continues on. The floating island almost goes very slowly, but it stretches out its wings, and then you can see all this strange smoke just start pouring out from it, and it just like dives down in the sky straight towards the inland continent.
I was panicked for a moment. I thought you were going to say the ship. And I was like, oh god. Okay.
No, it did not.
All right. Does it come back up
It did not.
pretty quickly?
No, it
Or did
flew
stay
down, and then it casted on. You seem to have lost it after it went more further
Okay.
inland.
I wasn't sure if it did, like, the eagle swoop thing where it goes down, picks up something, and then flies back up. Okay.
It's weird though. You saw it trail off in the straight darkness, and then just disappear. If it wasn't only for more flash of lightning, you wouldn't. I guess it wouldn't. You wouldn't have been able to see it go and continue that far.
Definitely something to be wary of. She kind of relaxes her hold on the crossbow slightly, less tense.
Right.
Actually, is it clear? Like, is the sky pretty clear? Or is it mostly storm clouds?
It's mostly storm clouds.
I can't really see the moon at all.
No,
Okay.
it is just completely hidden.
I'm feeling the pull like I kind of do normally at this time of year.
You're feeling a bit of the call, but because it is, I guess, very hidden
It's
within everything that's happening, you feel, I guess, you're not the only storm around on Indway, I guess. There's a lot of other chaos happening within, so it kind of keeps your mind focused on something else.
Okay.
But when you begin to start thinking back on your instincts and your primalness, it begins to come out, and then you almost you begin to kind of taste blood within your mouth and such like this, but you were able to strafe it back and pull yourself back in.
I'll have to make more tea. Kind of licks her lips over one of her fangs. Canines, as it were.
All right. And as the storms continue and the skies seem to can be dark, your watch comes to a close.
Alright. I am gonna head back down and wake up Amari and Terminicus. Kind of nudge Amari's hammock slightly so it rocks a little.
Oh, is it time already?
Yes, keep an eye on the skies. There have been things flying about.
Alright. That's good to hear. Good. Awesome.
Avoiding us, but,
Still, never know. Appreciate it, though. I'll keep an eye out.
I will go wake Terminicus now.
That's good. Mari's gonna kind of swing his legs over his hammock and kind of rub the sleep out of his face and kind of push some fingers through his hair, get himself awake, sort of. After like a quick prestidigitation over his body and stuff to ruffle out his clothes and everything, freshen himself up, he'll get up and head upstairs.
As I pass Mayette's hammock, I'm gonna check on her.
Wait, repeat that? Sorry.
I wanted to. Oh, as I passed Mayette's hammock, I wanted to check on her before waking Terminicus.
Go. When you begin to look at her, she seems to have not changed.
Okay.
See, Marcus,
See, I also see that Nahon took my hammock. And I'm going to wake up Terminicus by rocking his hammock a little bit too.
Huh?
It's time for your watch.
Oh, my shoulders. Oh, right. So he'll get up slowly and he'll be like rubbing his shoulders, just trying to stretch them out because of the hammock.
I told Amari, but keep an eye on the skies as well.
Great. I mean, that's hopefully it's nothing, but I will.
I saw something, might have been some sort of dragon. I'm not sure. It was dark.
Oh man, I remember those stories. All right. Well, I'll keep an eye out. Thank you.
Have a good watch.
Thank you. Thank you for your watch. He walks sort of slowly up, grabbing all of his gear. I'm just gonna fast forward this.
Yeah, since Nahon took her hammock and she doesn't really want to sleep in Terminicus's, she's gonna take a chair and kind of set it next to where Mayette is. And just kind of sleep in the chair there.
Right. As you all get comfy again, your chairs begin to start moving to the point where Marcus, you were asleep for a second, but then you woke up when you almost started falling forward. And Lesia, you started tipping back, and then you fell back. And Marcus, you also fell forward.
Happening.
The ship just comes back down. And then goes back over another wave and does the same thing again. Throws you all back a bit again.
Bad waves.
The that one.
Which one are you pointing to?
Yeah. Grab that one.
I like sleeping in beds that smell like other people.
Either that or we.
And right before you hop in, Marcus, make a quick athletics check. As another wave comes over.
I need to make one too.
You weren't as asleep as Marcus. He was.
Okay.
He just sat down and was like right about to fall asleep. Or no, I guess like he was. I guess more into the sleep. You just sat down, so you hop in quickly, and when you hop in fast enough, Lesia, you look over and you see Marcus just roll over and start tumbling to the other side.
Other heavens.
It kind of wakes you up, Nahone, now.
He wakes up and his eyes immediately go to Mayet. And then he just kind of looks over to Marcus. Oh. Like, grimaces a little.
Ah,
You're able to hop in and get in perfectly this time.
Just kind of watches after them for a second before, like, just drowsily closing his eyes again.
It was when you Nahone, it was kind of I guess when you had that wave, when you lay back down, it instantly just like that same kind of darkness engulfs you again. But we'll get back to you later. As Amari and Darmenicus, you guys are on top of the ship. Make perception rolls, please.
I almost clicked it with advantage. But I did not. Maybe I
There you go.
stop looking at your feet, damn it.
the waves. I can't look anywhere. I gotta look.
And they
Sorry.
start
Oh, this
rocking
wave
you
is
back
awful.
and forth, Dominicus, and you almost lose your footing for a moment, and you have to like grab onto the ground and hold yourself as you try to wake up and regain your footing. Amari, you were trying to look around in the sky, and as you got jogged a bit, there's this moment of clearness within the sky then that starts appearing, that the storm kind of like subsides. You can see that there's like almost this bit of calmness within the storm, within the waters that begin to happen now. But for this few minutes of time, You guys, they seem to have clearer waters. So with that, if you guys have anything to help you look out and even more, this might be even a better time to keep your eye out.
Jeez, man. Did you see anything, Amari? Fucking waves.
No, the water just seemed to come out. It's kind of bothersome, honestly. It's like, you know the saying, the calm before the storm?
Yeah.
Kind of sets me off. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Look, you're about to fall
No.
over.
I'm not used to waters.
I'm not super keen on them myself, but I've been on the boat a few times. But something feels off, Dominicus. You sense it?
Yeah. Leslie also told me about something might be out here.
In the skies.
Is there- Maybe I can get up that crow's nest. Maybe we
Yeah,
can get if we're
perhaps
closer to
that's-
the sky. Maybe we'll see closer to the sky. I
Okay.
just repeat that twice, but
Perhaps that would be a good idea. I'll stay down here and just keep a watch. That way, if you see something, I can run down
Yeah.
and let the others know.
yeah, I seem I didn't do much, so I'm gonna do my best up there.
Okay. And I'll stay back.
Ah, you boys, you've all made it now.
Captain.
And he kind of finishes the bottle, just throws it off. All right, just not. Yeah, he throws it overboard. That's what he would do. Or no, the Silverloni's one. No, he wouldn't do that. No, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't throw it over. He would just throw it back in within the Ishwood, his bottle, and then just continue walking down the stairs. The Ishwood relies on you all now. The waters are at least calm for a bit. It'll be for a few hours, it seems. We need some sleep. Once we begin to go back in the storm, wake me up, all right?
Sure thing. So Silverlonius, I'm just gonna head up to the crow's nest. It's safe up there, right?
Aye. Unless you
Okay.
fall yourself.
Yeah, right.
There might be a bottle of rum up there as well. If you find it, you get an extra prize.
I see.
The prize is the rum, if you haven't noticed.
Right. Okay.
Good night, gentlemen. And keep an eye out. Oh. Also, fire a weapon, too. That wakes me up if you can't yell at me.
Sure
Just
thing.
just walks inside and lays down.
Well, and I turn to Amari. Well, I'll give me a chance to fire one of these. I
Sure, yes.
bring up one of the pistols.
Amari's gonna look towards you and then like up towards the crowd and he's like, you know, I've never actually been up in one of those things before. It's always interested me. I'm going to go up there with you if that's okay.
Is there a room up there?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
there's enough room for two.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Just
I have a way to get down quickly if necessary.
right, especially if you somebody that needs to take the helm right away. At least, yeah, if you'll be the one to jump off. Just- I think you just grab the wheel and you just and he does a little like
okay.
turning motion with his body.
Yeah. Right, you turn it with okay, so it's just to grab it. But
Yeah,
I mean it's sort of like
maybe. I don't know.
maybe.
I don't know if there's anything more to it.
I mean it's a magical ship, it could be different.
With that, I look at the sailings.
They begin to flap.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah, they
there's
are.
not that much wind, and you begin to see them just go.
All right. Let's
Well.
get up here then.
Sure. Of course, you
Yeah.
first.
All right. I'll climb up first.
All right.
Take
Go
out our
ahead.
feather fall.
Both of you make athletics checks.
Athletics.
Let's see how this goes. Ooh, nice. All right, that
-1. Awesome.
Amari. So Darminicus goes up on the side on one side. You get on the kind of like the startings next to him, or the ladder side next to him. You start climbing. You guys get you both get up there pretty good, probably about almost 20 feet, until your foot slips, Amari, and you begin to fall. And when you fall, you're like, ah! You're about to hit the waters, and you feel the rope just kind of like grab your waist.
Amari. And try to reach out if I hear.
Oh, shit.
As the rope like grabbed your waist and like it yanked you back, and dropped you on the center of the boat.
Did you do something, Amari?
No. I think the boat saved me.
Then I look at the what do you call it, crap, what do you call the big stick that goes up?
The mast.
The mast.
The big
The
stick.
big stick that goes up. Sorry.
The big stick.
That shit is hilarious right there.
All right. I look at the mast and then I'm like,
That's cool.
huh. Well then.
Yeah, I'll just I'll stay down here. I wanted to.
Just
I'll
stay
just
by
stay
the
down here.
wheel.
That's fine.
Then.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Now I'm gonna get up here.
And I'll just like walk over to the wheel and kind of just stand there, kind of let my eyes just peer out across the water, and every now and then look up at Dominicus, and just in case I'm looking out.
Yeah. Once I get to the top, I think the one thing I'm gonna do is have my pistol in hand, and as I look around, then.
Sorry, I was taken back by that. Okay. You don't want to go back up there, Amari? You don't want to try again?
No, I'm good. Chill.
Even with the security, the boat will catch you.
I'm alright. I'll stay down here. Safe.
It's safe.
Is it though? Is it?
Is it safe?
Well, I don't know.
Right.
I'll just probably morph myself into a fucking monkey and climb up there. Waste the 4th level spell slot.
Become a.
I mean, you can you'll just go back to sleep and then finish it if you really want.
Oh no, I don't have one. I've already slept my 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
That's because I'm gonna be after this is like the last watch. So after this, I'm awake for the rest of the day. I just went to bed.
That's true.
All right, Darminicus, when you're up there, Sir Verlonius also would have handed you a spyglass as well.
Okay.
So you may
Then I
use that.
Then actually, knowing spyglasses, I would not have taken out my pistol and used both hands on a spyglass, on the glass.
Okay.
And I'm gonna point up at the sky first, and just survey the sky.
Go ahead and roll perception.
Perception. No.
I was.
No way. Oh, I want to see how this ends.
What is going on?
Oof.
Can I help? Or can I also look? I don't know.
You can also look. Yeah. That's not going to stop
Big
you.
money, big money, big money, big money. Okay.
Just being where he is, he
From
just
down
has
there.
more of a chance to see different stuff. You know, there's like a different
Right.
range of things
Okay.
from when
Like
you
the deadly
are, from where
harpies that
you
are
are.
about to attack us.
Well, maybe you might not know. You might not know now.
Oh Lord. Oh.
But Amari, while you see Dominicus looking around, you see that he is holding the spyglass kind of the other way around.
Not again.
And you see him looking through it, and then you see him like look back at the thing, and then look back through it again, and look back at it. And he seemed a little distracted.
It's the wrong way, dumbass.
What?
You're looking at it through the wrong way.
Fuck again.
Where he just kind of laughs to himself and shakes his head. You know, you're lucky you're handsome.
Thanks. Said pause.
Okay.
And you begin to kind of like you grab on. Did you grab onto the helm for a
Oh,
bit?
no,
For like
absolutely
a
not.
second? Okay. All right. But
I don't want to touch it. I'm afraid that the helm is going to kill me, or the ship will kill
being
me.
around the kind of like the top section, you feel like a bit of vibration go about the ship, kind of like a thud. Boop, boop.
Vibration.
But other than that, you don't see anything
Unbelievable.
when you're looking around.
I'm gonna like walk over to the edge of the ship here and put my hands on the rails and just kind of peek over and look down at the water. Do I see anything there?
You begin to look, and as you peer down on the waters, you see this strange kind of like fish like body, but it's also humanoid. It seemed to be kind of like brush itself against the water, against the ship, and kind of like go down. And you see more silhouettes underneath, and like the small, like the strange kind of like light way far, far below them all.
The light. What? Dominicus,
Yeah.
do you
look
see
down.
this light? This with the spyglass. There's a light below us in the water.
Let me see. I
I'll point
observe.
it out to him so you can look at it with the spyglass.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception check with advantage now.
Sorry. There we go.
With advantage.
You know, these weird rolls kicking in here.
You begin to look, peer down in the water, and you see these kind of like appendages, arms, and in this tailed body swim around the water, and with this like kind of like something grasped in their hand, but there seems to be a light that follows them.
Mari.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm seeing it. There's something off.
right. That doesn't make does not make so much sense to me. I mean, it looks like they're just sort of bumping the ship. They're not doing anything harmful. I don't think.
I'm coming down.
Okay.
All right. And I do like a rushly kind of thing down the ladder.
All right. Oh, sorry. Pulled up the wrong thing. make a quick athletics roll. Sorry. See how well you make your way down, since it's kind of hard. Yeah, you make your way down. No
14,
problem.
14.
Yeah, once I get down there, I move up to where Amari is.
You know, in a way, they're kind of interesting looking. I don't know what the hell it is, but I mean, maybe it's
Well-
just normal sea life out here or something.
In this area, I thought you
Yeah.
said this place was dangerous. I would just assume
mean-
everything is dangerous here.
Well, it could very well be, but I mean, maybe they won't bother us because we're on a big boat or something.
Okay. I think I also saw objects like held like around them.
Oh, sort of like weapons.
It's hard to it was hard to tell. I
Right.
mean, it just could be like a
Be like,
rock or like
It could be like a rock or maybe
Or
like a satchel. Maybe they have to carry the
Yeah.
personal items.
right.
Maybe.
I couldn't really
It
tell.
could be anything. The conch shells and stuff. I don't know. Still, though, I mean, they
All
look,
right.
they
Here,
look
I'm
kind of
gonna
cool.
I'm gonna get this ready. And I bring out the pistol. It says, was this even ready to fire?
I've never shot a gun before. I've never
I
even
observe
really
it.
seen one.
I observe it. Is it ready to fire?
Roll the d20 real quick. Let's see if luck is on your side. Yeah, it happens to be loaded.
All right. It looks like it has the
Sure.
necessary stuff.
I mean, I've seen my uncle use one of them before, but he usually invited his buddies over from the assembly, and they would shoot targets out in the field in his villa that he lived in. But it's been a long time, so I was like 7 years old or so.
All
So
right.
I mean,
Here.
I don't know.
So I'm going to. Can I dual wield my left hand a bow and my right hand the pistol? Because the
How are you
pistol's
gonna
both.
shoot your bow?
Like,
No, well,
hold and
hold on,
Oh,
Amari.
okay.
Now that you see my hands, this thing's to fire for the warning, and I put it away, and then I'll be able to use the bow.
Oh, well, I'm sure. Yeah, if you just
All right.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, you
this is the alarm system.
okay, yeah, good right.
All right.
I like that. Okay, so I mean, as far as I can tell, they don't look like they're causing any damage or anything. So I mean, I'll just keep an eye on them, and if something goes monumentally wrong, then we'll warn everybody.
All right.
Okay. Well, how about you could get back up in the crow's nest, and if you have to get down really quickly, you just jump, okay? Just yell or something, so I know you've fallen.
I got my hands full now. I want to stay loaded.
You want to stay here? Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna walk to the front of the ship.
That works
Yeah.
too. All right.
Alright.
Well, I'll be back here near the helm. If you see anything, just shoot.
Fire away.
All right.
Okay, not
Okay.
see it, but if we're in danger, fire it away. I'm not just
Yeah,
gonna
like if
see
you
it.
hear like a big bump or like a crash or something.
All right.
Okay. I'll go back towards the helm here and just kind of
Fast forwarding, I'll be
Yeah.
like over here.
keep an eye out. Keep an eye in and ear out.
You look kind of more forward, Dominicus. I'll let you make one more perception check since
Ooh,
they still haven't they haven't officially noticed anything yet.
Jesus.
It's so close.
You look around and the light that was very far under the water is just gone now. The silhouette, no silhouettes or any shadows, or are kind of they've just disappeared now within the dark waters.
Hmm. Yes, they just walked away. And he goes back to more of a casual layback watch instead of being more observant. Still with the 2 items in hand.
All right. As the ship continues to sail on, and you guys are nearing the edges of where the storm begins to subside again, the waves begin to get a little more heavier, and the stars that were about begin to fade in the clouds until lightning goes about again, blankets the sky with this strange bluish reddish light.
Okay, that's a bad sign. And then with that, I make my way towards the center area. Amari,
Uh-huh.
I think we need the captain.
Why?
Didn't you just see that blue-red lightning out of the sky?
Not really. There's a big sail in front of me. Was that lightning?
Yeah. Well, did you
Okay.
hear it?
No.
All right. No worries. But the storm's coming back in again.
Okay. Well,
All right.
You all heard the thunder.
never mind. I did hear it. Perhaps you should go wake up Silverlonius. Our shift is almost over anyway. The sun's starting to rise. At least I think. It should be time. Now that you mention it, it is quite dark.
I'm gonna put my bow away, but keep the gun in hand, and then I'm gonna sort of bang on Silverlonius's door. Like
You just hear some bottles begin to roll about. The door just swings open, and he walks over, and it looks like he never even touched the doors. Yes.
the storm's rolling back in.
Wait. What storm? Oh yes. And he
Well-
twists his neck to the other side and just kind of snaps.
Oh. Yeah, the waters are starting to get choppy again. I don't know if we'll be able to control the Yeshua like you can.
Gotcha. He nods and starts heading his way. Amari.
Yeah.
Tis your name, right?
Correct.
Trying to remember.
Yeah, it's okay. Names
How-
are difficult
how-
sometimes.
How was she? She treats you all nicely.
Well, yeah, she's a very wonderful shape, I'd say. Smooth, sailed smoothly.
She can be bits of a
She can be a
stinker, but she's great as well.
she can be a lifesaver.
That is true.
Yeah. Well, it's getting sort of towards the daybreak, so maybe the others will start waking up soon as well.
Is it that time yet, Red? Or is it just still more?
It's about to get that time.
Okay.
And as there was calmness within everyone's sleep, and you all begin to feel the waters begin to get choppier and choppier, Rain begins to pour down on the boat, on the three of you all, and giant waves begin to happen. And that's when Silverlonius looks over. We might have to just abruptly wake everyone else now, if they haven't awakened. Gonna need all the hands on deck, at least.
Right. Then I'll run my way to the stairwell.
All right.
And it's gonna be, I'm gonna be right here, hoping that it's gonna be enough that I would yell out. It's like, everyone, all hands on deck. Marcus, Lesia, Nahoon. Maybe
Wait.
not my yet, but
Ready.
actually maybe so. My head, if you can.
Ahun.
Yeah.
Coming.
Right. And right when you begin to hear voices, Nahun, that's where we fade to black. Back to when you had just fallen asleep, Nahun.
Hmm.
When you first laid down, you knew that you were having a conversation with Mayette in this dark, abyssal space. In this kind of like strange environment that you were both around. And you noticed the others also seem to be around as well. The conversation seems to fade and fuzzy in and out within your mind. And when you were abruptly woken up the first time, you come back. And when you come back, the darkness that I was speaking of kind of engulfed you.
Hmm.
And you see just complete nothing, a blank space. You then begin to see this strange hand far away. It's this disfigured, green, curled monstrosity that kind of stretches out. And as it stretches out and kind of this kind of claw form and it gets closer to you, it starts to shift. The perception of where you are changes to where now you're standing on the waters. And like when it was changing, the hand just kind of like turned into stones protruding out of the water. Dark, kind of like pointing spires as well.
Hmm.
But you stand within these waters, these dark, kind of shifting. It's probably about like an inch from your foot. But you stand there around the center of the claw.
Kind of look down, and do I recognize this as strange, or is it that kind of dreamlike state where it doesn't seem that weird?
This seems strange to you. I mean, you also begin to kind of, I guess, what's that sound? Or I guess what's what the term? It's almost unknown. Like it's a little terrifying because you just don't know like what like place you are in.
Hmm. Yeah, he starts to kind of breathe faster, look around, try to figure out where exactly he is. just kind of seeming to stand on the waves.
That feeling of aloneness that you were remembering the conversation of with Miette. The feeling of not knowing you feel you begin to feel definitely out of place as the waters begin to shift even more and they kind of like vibrate. The stones also kind of shift and rocks begin to tumble a bit and drop into the waters.
What's happening? Where am I? Just kind of like looks around warily, like kind of looking around, looking up to the sky, trying to find any sort of landmark, anything recognizable.
You look around and you just see this sky that's covered in clouds that is dark red that turns into blue and green and back into red.
Kind of like looks up a little shocked. What is this?
The spires begin to when you kind of begin to walk, and it's one of those things where you feel like you're not moving, you know? You're walking but you're not actually like kind of like making any progress.
Yeah. So I am moving, but I don't seem to make any space away from this place.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But the spires begin to just kind of grow and grow.
Kind of like cautiously reach for a dagger, just in case.
They begin to connect at the very top of the spires. After that,
What is this? Answer me! What is doing this? Tell me! I'll try to move my way out of the spires.
before as you start to move and get your way out of it, or try to like move yourself away, they start to wrap around your body in a way that just begins to hold you and kind of like keep you imprisoned.
Ugh. I'll try to grind against them with the daggers, but it's stone, yeah?
Yeah. And then when you start grinding in them, it begins to feel and kind of taste as well the texture of the obsidian stone that you have as well.
Ugh. I'm just gonna try to stab and grind against it to try to break it somehow with the dagger I have.
Spires shrunk and wraps around your body.
Ugh.
As they continue to hold you there, you're forced to like look in front forward of you, but you hear footsteps coming from behind, walking.
Who's there? Answer me! Gonna try to
They seem to just keep walking back and forth.
Tell me already!
You. No footsteps just trail back and forth. You keep hearing the same word, you. Almost as if like it's like in a disgust and like an annoyance.
Release me so we can talk. We'll not have this. Let me go!
Spires begin to bring you down into the water
Oh,
as like the bubbles start to go around you. The rocks just pull you down. You. And right before, like, you look up right before the waters begin to engulf you. And you see this strange, kind of like spindly figure. But roll a perception check.
all right. Nolan's teeth are bared, and he's just kind of snarling at this thing. Perception. Wow.
You look and you see this figure that seems to have no arm and this long, kind of like spindly hand upon its left arm. And like this sunken in face, an undeathly kind of figures around his face, or I guess fissures.
Just kind of just grit my teeth up at him, and I'm gonna try to, like, if there's still any side of the water or ground that I can see that's dark, I'm gonna try to use my trick and teleport to there.
You try, and it doesn't work. You just sink more and more into the waters as your hand now is the only thing out until it is too engulfed by water. And that feeling of suffocation, that feeling of not breathing, and that feeling of aloneness and pain as well begins to subside over you until you begin to hear your name being called out from above, and the darkness slowly subsides as you wake. You awake to Darmanicus yelling your name.
Nahone, you there?
He immediately, like, jumps and I don't know, do I fall out of my hammock?
Fall out of your hammock.
All right.
Because the waves begin to kind of throw you off to one other side. You weren't ready, so you just straight kind of land on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Would I be able to see that?
Yeah.
Nahone, jeez.
Hey,
Hey, all right.
Dominicus, sorry. What is happening?
Come on, we need everyone on deck. Something.
Oh,
I think we're passing through a storm again. Obviously not a teleportation storm, but just a storm in general.
right. Shit.
So everyone's back upstairs. I look at Mayette.
She
Still,
seems to not change.
all right. Well, leave her. She will be okay, I think. I
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
grab my harness and try to hurriedly put it on.
All right.
And
I guess I will place my hand on her head just to sort of like a soothing kind of thing. Hope you feel better kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like a gentle what do you call it? Pat? No, not pat. It's more like a
Pat.
no, not not a pat. More like like you rub. That's jeez. You know what I mean? Just like hope
I mean,
you
I
get
know what you
better.
mean.
And then I go off back up.
Yeah, I'll follow up.
Fast forward.
I was just taken back.
Like, I don't know. Dang it, why can't I describe it? It's not a pet. It's
Don't worry.
all right. All right.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So what is that? Oh. All right. Great.
You all made it. Wonderful. You all have to get ready near the lines again. Sailors might have to want to undo themselves.
All right.
Winds are harsh.
Oh boy, here we go again.
People need to get wet as well. There's tons of rain. It looks like it's coming.
Marcus, where are you gonna be? Like,
Do whatever.
well, where are you gonna be?
Down here.
All right, then move there, cause I'll be up here then. Amari, you can help whoever, but I think
So there are four.
uh,
Like 4.
I'll help you. Like I did
you
last
help
time.
me with my eyes half closed because of the
Yeah.
rain. Ah,
Oh boy.
Blasted storms. They're everywhere in this area.
here we go again.
All right. We can do this.
Okay. All right. Again, as the wind begins to throw the sails from one side to another, you all must make athletics checks. And those that are helping one another, go ahead and make them with advantage. Those that are by themselves, make them
Oh.
with,
I
just,
got.
just roll.
Great.
All right, I'm rolling.
Hit it.
All right, I clicked.
Oof.
There it goes.
They're rolling for you.
We're having a good day.
Really tough.
Mm.
Tough life out here.
Yes, I don't think our strength based.
So, Marcus, yours begin to whip. The rope that you're holding begins to whip just a little too more violently than you're used to, and then just throws you a little forward as it just continues to swing aside. But it also does another one, kind of another level above. So now, in order for you all to fix it, one of you has to climb the sail or climb the mast to also get to the top part of the sail. There's no broken glass, don't worry. Because of the sound effects, I don't want to throw you off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Yeah. That's so true. Yes. It is still,
They're just fucking everywhere.
they're just breaking. Server learner's like, blasted. I hope that wasn't a good one.
yeah. Yeah, Marcus. No. Just the.
Ah!
Alright, if no one else is volunteering, I will go.
Well, I was waiting on Red to see the results of the other 3.
Oh, you guys held him up just
Oh,
fine.
okay. Sorry then. I would have gone being the closest one to the mass.
Oh Lord.
All right.
Don't worry.
So
I'm
Marcus, I'll take it.
All right, be careful.
there has to
Okay.
be so you two re-roll the athletics again individually, Dominicus and Marcus, because you have to grab on a rope as well, Marcus, down from your level, and Dominicus has to go up to a number level. All right. Dominicus is a little harder though.
Oh.
Oh yeah, dude.
There we go.
That
You-
should, but let's see. All right.
You had to grab the rope and reel it back through the pulley again and get everything set back to the sail, back to position. And once you got it there, you glide yourself back down on the rail, and Marcus is able to pull his rope and tie it back down again.
You hear Marcus like mumbling. When able to grab the rope, him say, "Good girl."
And then I moved back into the position that I was with Mari.
As you all begin to hold on to the ropes and the waves begin to shift up and around, you see Silverlonius just swing the helm back and forth as you all just circle your way around. And as you go over one giant wave, you can see as you go over the edge of it, there's a giant vortex of one of those arcane turbulence and wind that just tries to pull you all in. And you all get pretty close to this point, to when you begin to feel this giant suction of air almost try to pull the ship up into it.
Captain, get us
You
out of
can
here.
see Silverlonius is just yanking the helm on one end, just hold on!
It looks like he needs help with
Maybe you can always try.
Have we tied down the ropes, or are we still holding them?
You guys are still holding on, but you guys have enough people to go over and for one person to go help, and everyone still stay on a rope.
Dominicus, get my ropes. Oh no.
Okay.
Dominicus, help the captain.
Okay. He thinks he heard something else and is like, right. Amari. And I'm hesitantly say, Amari. And I hand the rope.
Oh god.
I make my way to Silverlonius.
As you're making your way over, make an athletics check as a bunch of air begins to just pull you all in. Now everyone else make athletics checks.
Everyone.
Sick. It was almost 17.
All right. So, starting from that Amari. Okay. Amari, Marcus. Everybody else, you are able to make your way through as the air sucks you all in. You were able to hold on to the posts and sides and the kind of ropes nearby and position yourselves. But Marcus and Amari, you get thrown to the side where Marcus is and just kind of rolled and tumbled. You grab onto the post and kind of railing. Marcus, though, you get pulled up into the air. And as you float up, you grab onto the side of one of the kind of like side ladder ropes.
Yeah.
On the ship. And you're holding onto it now with your feet being pulled up to where your feet are like over your head now. And you can feel this like suction just pulling you up. Amari, you almost kind of
Going overboard this ship.
It's more like it's pulling you up, you know?
Can I grab him? Like, am I in range to grab him?
Like a skydiving team.
You might be. Yeah. You can go ahead and,
Marcus! Marcus, take
Reach
my
out.
hand!
No, just hold on. Just hold on.
No!
To something.
No, take my hand!
It will pull
I'm
both
gonna
of
try to
us.
reach out. So be it! At least I can save you!
Both die.
Just grab my hand, you stubborn-headed son of a bitch!
He refused to grab his hand. No, hold on.
Mark's gonna like try to scoot over so he can grab his wrist. He can hold on to him.
Both of you make athletics checks now as you are
Christ.
stretching out. Marcus, you're holding on.
Even worse. God.
Okay, so this, Amari, this is when you get pulled towards Marcus.
Perfect.
And, like, Marcus, you grab onto Amari, and it almost yanks you up, and you lose one of your hands onto the rope. But you're holding onto Amari, and Amari, you're holding on. He's holding on to you with one hand, and you're being yanked up by the air, kind of being pulled into the maelstrom, into the giant vortex, and you kind of see floating bits of the island. And like, since you're on the edge, Amari, you can like look down and see further down into the vortex, and that you see this violent giant storm churning within the earth.
Holy shit, Marcus!
Hold, I got you.
Nahan is gonna just kind of looking over to the captain. He's just gonna yell, "Captain!"
What? Him and you can see him and Dominicus are just holding on to the helm, just trying to stop it from moving.
Get us out of here! And given the rope that I'm holding onto, is it possible for me to use that rope and try to possibly like? I assume like what I'm holding is an individual rope. So can I possibly just let myself go, not from the rope, but like do a sort of like arching swing to try to like knock either Marcus or Amari or maybe both back down onto the ship if I have enough dexterity to do that.
I would let this be. This is going to be a really hard athletics or acrobatics check.
Mhm.
So, yes, yeah, you may try.
So Nahan's gonna see this and he's kind of muttering under his breath, "What an just and he is going to take a step onto the railing, I guess, and he is going to try to control his jump. Disadvantage, you said?
No, it's just going to be a
good.
hard one. So just acrobatics.
Did it?
Ooh.
Looks at the.
Oh god. We all just are like, we're all just hugging each other midair, flying.
And then you
Don't let go!
I am holding onto a rope, but I assume I fail.
you see.
You said a hard one. Then.
Ah! We're going to another island!
You see no one like try to jump and like help, but then the wind just sucks him in, so he just stays in position.
Oh no.
And the rope, just like he's just holding onto the rope, just with as he's just like being.
Is he
fluttered
nearby?
around. He's on the section that he's at, just being sucked in. So you guys are apart, like parallel from each other,
Guys,
looking at each other.
we're just looking at each other like, ah!
Yeah.
And I'm looking at both of you. It's like, oh.
Because like you're able to hold on enough. You didn't fail enough to like let go completely. When
Yeah.
something else happened.
Marcus looks at the Ori. He tries to look very calm and. Or just.
Yeah, okay, good idea, Marcus.
I got you. But you can see in his face he's really struggling on keeping.
That's when Silverlonius looks over to Dominicus and says, Go help him, chap. I'll hold this as best as I can.
I nod. Okay.
And you just see him like take over the position you were at, and he just like takes a full like squat and just holds everything. He's like, and as you're running over, make an athletics check to see if you can get to their position without also being sucked in.
Athletics.
Really?
And then if you fail, we're gonna have to rely on Lessia.
Okay.
All right, Dominicus, you spider your way over. You get pulled up a little bit up in the air, but you grab onto the rope, right, kind of like opposite, like like the other side of the rope that Marcus is holding on. So you're right next to him. And Marcus, while you're holding the rope, Dominicus is just on the other side of it.
Guys, come on! I try to reach.
You can see Marcus is looking at you, but he's using all his strength, so he can hardly speak. He just looks at you. Can I swing Amari downward?
I'll let you do that. I'll let you try that. An athletics roll with advantage now that Dominicus is here to like grab on and help you pull in to see if you can swing the Amari back down and have him catch onto the. It's almost like he catches onto the netting, like Dominicus is holding onto the netting part so that he's being sucked in against the ship almost. And yeah, with that, Marcus, you yank with almost looking like Chris Evans from Captain, from that one, the Captain America movie.
Holding the helicopter.
Yeah, he's holding the helicopter and holding the side. You just like grab on and start yanking Amari over to the side. And Dominicus, you grab onto Amari and pull him on over as well. And just, Amari, you get placed, kind of like sucked up against the netting. And you're just being held there.
Mari,
Kind of like safe.
full arms on that net now.
I'll grab a hold of the net.
And then I turn my attention back to Marcus.
Marcus, you are now holding on to the rope with both hands. You kind of like wrap your leg around on the inside as well, and the three of you are now like kind of like together, clustered, and you all three feel now much more secure. Nahone, you're way over there now, being dangled by the rope.
Yeah.
I need you to roll a athletics check.
If I have the chance, I'm going to just say fuck it, and I'm going to click my boots together and cast haste on myself. Doesn't really do anything for this, but it does make me fast. So, athletics.
This is the one. This is the. I had to speak.
And as you're holding on, you click and you get sucked in, and you are now holding on the very edge of the rope, just dangling, barely holding on with just a second left to spare. And as you see everybody there, everybody's kind of like right when anyone can do anything else, your hand lets go. You just couldn't hold on any longer. And as you drop for just a split second, you feel the rope just stretch out and wrap around your waist and just hold you there now. And it just seems to be apart from the ship's mast.
Ship.
Saved him. Saved him.
What?
The ship.
There.
Never mind, he's good.
What about you?
Yeah, what about?
I'm scared!
Just hold on, Mari.
Yes, yeah. And as that is happening, now your turn to roll athletics.
Alright.
Since you didn't move at all, you were just staying there watching everybody just almost fly into the vortex.
My room secure.
You have been secured. You shifted a little bit as like it just shifts you towards the other side of where Nahone is now. As you like kind of get closer.
While everyone else trying to help immediately gets sucked up, and I'm like, at least one of us has to keep holding on to this.
Very flat.
Everybody's just barely holding on. But you see the Ishwood curve its way out slowly and surely with just a steady motion. You all peek over a wave and it begins to subside. Nahone, you feel yourself being pulled towards the center of the deck.
Okay.
And the rest of you all kind of feel gravity going back into normal now. The storm begins to subside as well as the rain stops.
Makes you feel alive, does
Or
No one
dead.
kind of rolls over as the rope lets go of him and just vomits water.
I could do without doing that again. I do not like the ocean.
Or it's just like curls over onto his ass and like presses back up against the railing of the ship. He's just like looking at everybody. Hair's a mess. It's just soaked.
I think we need to find a way to secure ourselves as well if we have to do this again.
Perhaps preparation next time.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I think perhaps we should tie some ropes around the mast and link them to ourselves.
Probably a
Not
good
go
idea.
overboard.
Is an idea.
Perhaps also creating footholds to slide into. Keep your feet on the deck.
Could be a good idea.
What would that mean? Carving into the, and you see like a small pause. The
Oh.
Ishwood.
have
I was thinking more.
feelings.
I was thinking more using parts of manacles.
Oh. I'm sorry, and I see.
I think I need some help here. I think I pulled something.
I'll head over and help him.
You walk over and you can see he's just laying down, and he also seems to be a bit in pain. As his arms seem to be kind of a bit strained. You can see like his veins are just popping out.
Do you need the potion?
I wouldn't mind something.
I can cure wounds him. Maybe it'll help a little more.
Go ahead.
All right. I wrap my hands together. It's like, this won't hurt, I promise. I'll cast cure wounds. Like I'll be touching the area of effect.
You like wave over his arms. He begins to just breathe a little more with ease. Oh God. I think I need to sleep again. I'm extremely tired. One of you all have to take the helm.
I think Marcus can handle that while you get.
Yeah, and maybe Marcus. I can talk with Marcus. Maybe just learn a little bit. I don't know how much he's retained, but
Marcus was a natural. He can show you. I'll make my way down to my quarters.
I'll help you get there.
I'll
Thank you.
stay up. I'll stay up where the helm is. But as he's going down, I look his way. I'm like, and Captain,
Yes.
I think it's time for a little story when you do wake of the Ishwood.
Ah. Tender stories of the Eastwood.
I think it's time to hear the first one.
What?
The my apologies. Where did this ship come from? Let's see. I'm talking in riddles here. I'm sorry.
Kind of squints. The sea, you could say. Gets to chuckle and walk down past you.
All right.
I'll kind of have him on my shoulder to get him down there.
As
Thank
long-
you. And you plop him in through his room.
I assume the door closes as soon as I leave without him
Yeah.
being in bed.
It just
Interesting.
Being up here, I just call. No, actually, no. I'm just gonna go back down to everyone else. Going the other stairs.
He'll take it. Gonna push himself up to his feet, and then he's gonna like kind of wave his hand down past his chest, and you watch like a powerful gust of air just breezes through like his hair, his clothes, and everything, kind of blasting them backwards for a second. But he's like completely dried afterwards, like as if he had never been wet before it, entirely. Whew. That was a storm.
Brave of you.
Well, it was either that or I was going to have to jump overboard after you.
Time, please.
I could have saved you. You would not have died. No, likely not. I literally could have saved you. I have pretty good confidence now. I've been working on separate magics. And, well, let's just say I could turn myself into an aquatic creature at this point. So if you were to go into the water, I could just hop in and change into like a dolphin or something. Hit you.
Who all has rope? I want to see if we can get something set up for if this happens again.
I do. Maybe a little whistle.
I do nothing for it.
Toward Darminicus and
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of it somewhere in the boat.
What happened?
looking for rope.
Oh, yeah.
Cheap.
there's-
Set something up to keep us on board next
Yeah,
time.
here you go.
There's some.
Yeah, sure thing.
yeah, you would have found some rope down towards where they had
Okay,
been.
I'll use that then because it's probably better than what we have, like durable, thicker.
The ship would probably have like about 200 extra feet of rope.
Oh yeah, that's plenty. That will work. I'll go get it. I'll go down, grab it, and head back
Huh?
up.
Happened to the.
Thermanicus cured him, but he was very exhausted. He wanted you to take over at the helm while he got some rest.
All is getting bigger and bigger. I'll do. Just runs up.
Yes. You do that. Some help, no?
Excuse my ass. Oh, yeah, sorry. The Mori, can you, just kind of like, he seems to be shivering. He's like drenched. Can you, use that spell on me? Mari,
Yes.
could you use that spell on me? Use it. Use it.
Which one?
The one you just used on yourself.
Oh, sure. And I'll
Yeah.
I'll wave my hand in front of you. You'll feel like a big, sort of like a pretty strong gust of wind hits you, or like passes kind of through you in a way. It doesn't move you or anything. It just kind of blows your clothes back and your hair and stuff. But afterwards, you're completely dried.
Better.
Sure, it's a nifty thing, isn't it?
Yes, thank you.
Problem.
And yeah, I'll follow Alessia down to help out.
And Mari's gonna kind of survey the top deck, and he's gonna like walk around and kind of pick up loose ropes and stuff, and kind of wrap them around their respective tie downs and stuff, and things like that. Just inspect everything, clean it up, make sure it's it's all right, back in place.
Okay. Wait, sorry. Repeat that. Sorry, I was doing something.
Well, Mari's just gonna walk around on the top deck and like pick up loose ropes and stuff and wrap them around their tie downs and stuff, and overall just clean the top deck, make sure it's the way it looked before. After the fucking all the wind and stuff started whipping things around, he's just gonna clean up.
All right. As that is happening, Dominicus, what are you doing down there?
Not hearing. The idea was that he was gonna be looking for the rope that was mentioned, up from the top deck. So he was just gonna be searching around for it.
Wait, the rope?
Yeah.
Already got that.
Yeah. So that's the thing that when you said to find it, he would go straight down and start looking for it before
Oh no,
realizing.
I already got it.
All right. Well, I'd make my way back up. Yeah. Yeah. I would have moved my way back up, back
Okay.
onto the top deck.
No worries.
All right.
So we're kind of gonna try to make like some sort of like heart, basically kind of attached to like a very sturdy part of the ship.
Tie them around the mast. And then,
Yeah, like the mast or something.
Yeah, and then tie like loops or something around them.
Yeah, like leads that lead from the main
Right.
harness.
That way we
to-
just put them around our waist.
Yeah,
If, if we go overboard, at the very least, we'll just hang over the side of the ship.
hopefully not that long, but like long enough to get to where we need to go.
Right.
Yeah, that's the intent anyway.
Okay.
Maybe.
Go ahead and I'd say make a survival check right now at first. See if you can set everything all up.
Regular.
I will
Well,
help.
if somebody's gonna help
Oh,
you
it's helping.
roll.
22.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you were able to set up these little positions of ropes down each one, and also you were able to set up extras as well, to the point where if you had to have somebody over in the same spot, and then you have like 2 people that can hold on.
I hope this will make things easier next time, or at least less dangerous.
Yes. Hopefully.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
We'll see if it holds. But I hope it does. On that note, I need to go make something. I'm gonna head downstairs.
feel the need to sleep again. He does seem just a little shaken.
Is the boat rocking a lot still?
It's rocking, but it's not as heavy. Or it's not as heavy and violent.
I'm gonna head to, like, this is like the mess area, right? Over here. Like the food
Yes.
prep area.
Yeah, this is a mess.
Okay. I am going to pull out my alchemy stuff. I'm gonna try to make my tea, because that's the least volatile thing. Like, it's just boiling water and adding some stuff, but this is probably the best chance to make it today.
Okay.
Alchemy check.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, thank God.
You're able to make, I'd say,
I just make a dose for the day.
I'd say with that you're able to make a good 3 doses though.
Oh, I had it set up so it only lasts for a day, so.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Sorry.
Alright. Just to prevent stocking up in advance. So yeah, I will make my tea. Be very glad it succeeded and down it immediately. Grimacing the
Okay.
whole time.
Okay.
And then I'll pack up my stuff again.
Right. It kind of sets you back, kind of like in normality too, when you start doing it. Kind of getting into the groove of making the tea and doing something, it's like your ritual in a way too. So kind of calms you a little bit. And as that goes, the waters begin to just carry on, and the mountains stretch pretty far still, as well as some floating bits of the land. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Sorry, I was just saying, can we make sure that we're still heading the right direction, that we're all going south, right?
Yeah, with the
Right
help
there.
of Amari making navigation check. Hold on, give me a second. Gotta bring the thing up. Where is it? Hold on. I thought I saw it. Okay. So, Amari.
Yeah.
As you're looking out, make a wisdom. Yeah, make a wisdom check with proficiency. So, D20 with your wisdom modifier and proficiency. You look out, kind of scanning about the shoreline, and a bit of this, what you can see through some clouds at times, the stars. Not the stars, the sky at times. Taking out a bit of some of the tools that the navigators have as well, that you are able to use from the Ishwood that it has. You can see that you are heading in the correct direction still.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
And with that check and right there, and you look around on the mountainside, you can ascertain you're probably about 9 days away from being around them, the mountains.
Okay,
Being
like around
the part the round Blightshore, I guess.
Okay, cool. I'll kind of standing out, look towards Dominicus, give him a nod. Well, it seems as though we're making decent time. Ceremonious was not lying about how fast the ship could sail. It should take us about 9 days to get past the Blightshore. I think more so beyond that. We still have to go around a separate two sets of mountain ranges. We'll be on shore for about, or sea at least, for about, I'd say, going to estimate another 3 weeks. Maybe more, maybe less.
At least we're going the right way.
Correct, yes.
After all the storms and the vortex, at least we're going the right way.
Well, all it is just looking at the stars. You always have the brightest one in the sky, which is right there, the North Star, which will lead us. It kind of just gives us a general bearing. So you go from there. There first, and then you have the east, south, and then west. And,
Wait, are you pointing at them? Like the general area where they should be?
yeah, well, I was pointing
Oh,
at
okay.
the North Star, at least. The brightest one. But beyond that, I mean, it's just sort of knowing where you are. Obviously, I can't pinpoint exactly, but if, you just take a bit of your bearings, and you can sort of tell the direction you're headed. So it's nice to see that after all that, we're still going the right way. I'm just glad we've been run across the Jordansian ship or something. That would be probably much worse than a storm.
No. Knock on the Ishwood.
Good idea.
You just hear the flags just.
Maybe that was.
Sorry.
Oh, hopefully that was a good thing.
Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, well, I guess I'll get back to work. Just cleaning up some of the ship. Top deck where all the ropes got thrown around.
Yeah, I'll stick around up here as well. Just whatever is needed is needed.
As for me, what I'd like to do is Alan's acting a little weird in that he seems a little despondent, and he's mostly just in his head, and I'm trying to not memorize, but visualize again the man's face that I saw in my dream. It was a man, right?
Yeah. Or whatever it resembled somewhat of a man.
Any specific features of elven, human?
Not quite sure.
Just more of a shadow of a face.
Yeah.
Anything else I could possibly make out, even with a check?
Give me a second. Tattered robes, and you saw these strange kind of like rings around the right hand of his. He was missing his left hand. He's also missing his left eye.
His left hand, left eye, and he had like rings, like jewelry kind of rings around his right hand. Okay.
And around his neck as well.
Like Titan rings, or more like
Tightened
necklaces?
rings and like necklaces that like dangled.
Okay. It's material? Silver, golden, bronze.
Both, like gold and
Mm, just-
silver,
Miscellaneous jewelry.
Mm.
All right.
blues, reds, and greens.
All right. He just kind of seems to be staring out to the sea.
All right. As the face begins to mold within your mind, begin to hone, and you looked out back into the sea, you just see the expanse that the sea offers. And as it stretches out, some islands float about, some floating islands. This is where we will end tonight's session, everybody.
Ooh, we made it.
Almost went swimming again.
We made it through, and it's also where we'll come back, and a little bit of time will have passed, a few days,
Okay.
so you guys don't have to role play each and every day going through this.
Alright.
I didn't get a chance to ask in session, but
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
I would have approached Amari and asked if we could have, when we had spare time, continue the history lessons.
Sure. Now that we have free time, I'd be happy to.
Plenty of it,
Yeah.
actually.
I was gonna go up and ask about it after the.
Yeah. I was also going to see if Niles had messaged me back, but we can handle that next week.
Yeah, we can do that.
And thank you everyone for
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Hope you
you.
enjoyed it.
As
See you guys.
everything definitely went totally as planned.
As always.
Definitely is planned. All of it is always as planned. Everyone knows this.
Okay, see you guys next week.
So, yeah.